60 to 70% of my business is now coming from social media. If a realtor gave me a complicated deal, I would feel forced to take it. Now I say I'm not interested. I've built a brand around myself. The calls literally said, "Is this Michelle?" I thought Michelle was calling. I thought it was Michelle. Consumers are looking for me, and that is what the biggest shift is. What works for me is...
I'm here with Michelle, our loan officer client. Michelle, right out of the gate, can you tell me how did you find out about me and this program?
Instagram. You came up on my feed and on stories, directly talking to me as a loan officer, how to scale your business, how to use social media to leverage new clients and build relationships.
What were some of the things you were struggling with before joining the LA Method?
Not knowing where to start. Social media, there's not one size fits all. What works for one person doesn't always work for the next person. And just posting random clips of
Deals closed?
that doesn't connect with your audience to bring them in to want to work with you.
What was your main concern that you could say almost prevented you from joining us?
I mean, what's everybody's main concern? Investment, right?
Yeah.
But in order for you to see where you're going to go, you have to put that initial investment in yourself. You can't just expect that it's off the top, it's going to happen right away. I saw the vision, I knew what it was going to turn into. That's why I was willing to take that investment in myself.
I mean, that's a legit fear. That's probably one of the first things that people object about. So what would you say put those fears to rest when it came to investment?
I saw what others were doing. We had multiple conversations about, I have other clients that are using this method and they're closing deals. And he was actually able to give me people that he's worked with and is currently working with, and this is the numbers that they're doing, these are the conversations that they're having, this is how I know what I'm doing works. So that's why I knew it was going to work for me.
What has changed the most for you, would you say, business-wise so far?
Business-wise, I'm having more conversations, more doors are opening up for me with new people in my area. I had a consultation yesterday, 10 minutes from my home.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, she wanted to sell her home. It's a 3-unit in Alhambra. She basically got tired of being a landlord. That's really what it is. And she's taking the money that she's making, because she's had that property for 10, 15 plus years. So there's a ton of equity built in, right? She's taking that money, buying her and her daughter something, and then taking a piece of that and buying something for her sons to live in. So one transaction, one conversation is turning into a total of 5.
Wow.
One listing, purchase, loan, purchase, loan. So, and that was one DM, one conversation, one 1-hour meeting.
That's crazy.
That's turning into something
That's wild,
big.
right?
It is. It's wild. It is.
How many more times the investment that you initially made with me is that when it goes through?
When it goes through, I can't even.
It's gonna be good. It's up there.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a multiple.
It's a lot. Yeah, exactly.
What would you say have been the greatest benefits of this program so far?
It's pushing my business to the next level that I would not have been able to get through on my own, because the coaching is there, the guidance is there. Honestly, I just trust you and your judgment. What you feel like works, what doesn't work, shift this way, move that way, let's walk. It's everything. Everything about it. Like, I can't say enough, honestly, great things about you and Mike and everything else. Like, it's just amazing.
I appreciate it. I know that when we started, you had only like 300 followers. We're nearing 5,000.
Yeah.
What surprised you the most?
The amount of conversations that are being had. It's multiple conversations throughout the week. Sometimes there's not enough time in the day, because we're aiming our availability around consumers' availability. So what is that? After hours, right? And sometimes there's not enough time slots in the day. That's really what the main thing that's come from it is the amount of conversations that are had, that I have to time block, that I need to take a day off.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
That's a good problem to have.
It is a great problem. Yeah, it is.
So would you say you are holding leverage too now, since you don't have to rely on just realtors, sending you referrals?
Yes. So the old method was market yourself to a realtor. Realtor's going to send you business. And you would often meet realtors that were not very friendly. Where's this? Where's that? Very like trying to micromanage you. It's flipped around for me. If I don't want to, or if I don't have time to work the real estate portion, then I give it to an agent, a partner agent that is going to fill in that time that I don't have. There's no more begging for business anymore. I don't do that. If someone wants to work with me, great. If they don't have to, because I have enough. I've built a brand around myself that the consumers are coming and wanting to talk to me. They don't want to talk to anybody else. The calls literally say, is this Michelle? I thought Michelle was calling. I thought it was Michelle. They're literally, consumers are looking for me. So there's no reason for me to go beg the realtor for a deal.
Wow.
The consumers are coming to me and we're having great conversations. It's not a cold call. Why are you calling me? No. Oh, hey, Michelle. Thanks for calling me. Thanks for fitting me in your schedule. They're looking for me. And that is what the biggest shift is.
Wow, that's wild. That is
Yeah,
wild.
it's amazing. Honestly, truly it is.
Because, I mean, with rates and everything, I know that realtors can shift even who they work with in a day. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like today they work with you, and then somebody comes to the office and they're told, okay, you'll be working with this loan officer now, and suddenly, they change.
They can even hand the one client off to 3-4 different people and see who gets it done the quickest.
Yeah.
And that's one of the biggest issues. It's like, you did all this work, you pulled the credit, you made the initial investment in the client, and the real estate agent is shifting them based on who's going to give them money outside, or who's going to this, or who's going to do that. And my business is no longer structured like that. It's strictly me and the consumer. There's no, well, Diane said this or Jane said that, and I'm going to go work with. No, it's me and the consumer, and that's it.
And that's where you want to be at.
That's where you want to be at. You don't want to have anybody shift business elsewhere because you didn't pick up the call at 9:30 at nighttime, because you're not available.
Before we started working together, were you doing any lead generation through like online, like Zillow, Realtor?
No,
were you purchasing leads like that?
I was not purchasing leads. What I was doing was just a graphic on Facebook. Consumer would fill out a small questionnaire, very small, and then at that point we would try to call them. But a lot of times they would fall through. The conversion was very low. They wouldn't pick up the phone. But with this method, the VA is reaching out to them on DM and actually booking a time slot. So they are expecting the phone call. It's not, oh, I didn't know you were going to call me at this time. What's different from this versus the Facebook little ad is it's actually a video where you're more engaged. You're waiting for somebody to say the next thing. Whereas a graphic, it's just there. And that's it. So
yeah, and this way you get to build a brand also.
Yes. And what I will say that I do know that works is I will occasionally go in with time constraints. Obviously, I will go into like an old conversation and I'll send a voice memo, and consumers love that because they hear you on the video talking to them, but you're actually one-on-one speaking to them, taking time out of your day. Hey, Susan, I'm just following up. I wanted to say, hey, I saw this. I thought maybe this might work for you. The clients love that because it's one-on-one attention from somebody that they're seeing on social media.
Wow. That's literally it. That's the local authority method right there. You build an authority. By the time somebody reaches out, they're not a cold lead anymore. They actually know you, right? They've seen you. They trust you. It's kind of like being a mini celebrity locally.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Because when I'm out in the area, like I like to go to the card room. I like to play cards. Did I see your ad on social media?
Really?
Yeah, and I'm just like, yeah. Or you get like a weird, like somebody looks at you like they recognize you from somewhere, but they don't really know where, and I'm just like, hi.
What has exceeded your expectations since joining this program?
The amount of actual deals that are in the pipeline. We have a ton of people in active contract, way more than what I would have had the year before. Consumers are less hesitant to talk to you because they're expecting your conversation, they're expecting that phone call, they're expecting the text. You don't feel like you're hounding anybody, right? Because it's on their schedule. More business, to be honest. And a lot of these clients are staying your friends afterwards.
That's
they are,
so awesome.
they are, yeah.
And then the great thing is, again, that I like to say is, they are now stuck in your ecosystem. They are following you. Where with anything form related, they fill it out, they ghost you, and then they're gone. And you don't get to actually follow up with them. But here, you have everyone in one place. You can retarget them, you can message them, you can send them voice notes, right? So you can always rekindle the conversation.
Yeah. And the clients, what works for me is sharing a piece, not the whole thing, a piece of your personal life. Like, my kids do this, or we're trying this out. I really like barbecue. My dog just passed away. Oh my God, your dog. And then they just strike up because you're a human now. You're not somebody trying to push or sell a product to them.
Yeah.
That's what really, it's the human element of the whole system, because you're constantly posting stories, once, twice a day, twice, 3 times a week, something like that. Sharing your meal, sharing your coffee. Oh, I like that coffee. It's having the human element to your social media life.
Now, I want to give you props. That's amazing, because not a lot of people get over the fear of making stories, but it's so important to actually make the stories, because it disappears in 24 hours.
Right.
You get to show your human side, so people connect with your human side,
right?
Mm-hmm. And you get to talk about programs that are out there right now. So you're giving them value, and you have that choice to do it now, not wait to make content like a week later and then wait for editing and all that.
Right.
Yeah.
I tend to shoot in my car because I'm in my car a lot and the lighting's good, let's be honest. And it's a quick, hey guys, hey friends. I tend to say hey friends because they're my friends. They're following me there. I don't want to call them hey followers, hey friends. I'm shooting with Seb today, and I'll make a post and I'll say I hate shooting, but we're here, we're doing it, and we're trucking along. I try to be super positive in the things that I'm saying. I try to relate things like, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. But sometimes life gives you a pothole and you need a new tire. So I try to bring myself into it, because sometimes when we're doing shoots, our personality doesn't come through. But that's what the story is for. Instagram stories are for, my kids are bad. What do I do? You're just talking, and they relate to you.
Yeah.
That they could be going through the same thing too.
I mean, if you know Michelle, then you probably know that this is a big shift. When we first started Instagram for her, 300 followers, graphics here and there, but it wasn't very active.
No.
But literally, we're talking now, she's talking about stories, and how she thinks about making the stories, right? How she goes about it, the intention behind it. So I want to give props to you. Not everyone does that.
No.
So you're on a track to actually hit over 10K followers this year, and we're gonna definitely crush that.
Yes.
Right. So, has this in any way, shape, or form positively impacted your personal life?
So anybody in real estate knows that this is a down market. It is. Rates are fluctuating, property values are high, and a lot of people, unfortunately, in my industry, they're not performing. I'm performing. I have more business and I know what to do with. It has changed the dynamic for my family, where I'm actively working and I'm busy, so I have the resources, so we can take a vacation, so we can go to Big Bear, so we can do this with, obviously with time allotment. But the financial stress, I don't have that where I had that years before, because I was relying on realtors and this, that, and the other. So your business life reflects into your personal life. They mirror each other. So when you're doing well and you're happy and you're working, your personal life, you're happy.
Yeah.
And you're able to provide for your family.
If you had not, let's say for a second, let's assume if you had not joined the program, where do you think you would be right now?
I'd have a regular job. I couldn't do it because I'm gonna say 60 to 70% of my business is now coming from social media, whereas before the majority of it was coming from referrals, past clients, past experiences. Like, oh, Michelle handled all my stuff for me. I didn't have to do anything. Michelle took care of this. That was my core business. But in anything that you do, you have to diversify. If I didn't have this, I wouldn't know where I would be getting business from. Because now that if a realtor gave me a complicated deal, I would feel forced to take it. Right? Now I say I'm not interested, because I have my own business that I'm generating on my own, where I'm not relying on anyone else but myself.
Now it's a matter of figuring out systems. So you
that's a whole other mess. Yeah.
Yes to that too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, the great thing is, I don't know if you've noticed this. Let me know if you have. It's not just direct to consumer. Instead of going and promoting directly to the realtor, realtors see you on social media now. So have you had that happen? Have new real estate agents reach out to you?
I've had a couple. Hey, we seen this. Can you give me more info on it? I don't rely on that because I don't ever want to feel like I'm relying on the realtor. If I gave them some info, I gave them a tip, that they're going to give it back. Because I guess in my mind, they're going to come back and ask for something. I would rather nurture my ladies and my families and everything else, my core clients that I'm working with. I would rather put the time in and nurture them and then decide if I want to refer out the real estate or refer out the loan because I'm too busy. Or
So it's a choice now.
It's a choice. It's not a necessity anymore. Right.
And just to wrap things up, if someone was considering joining this local authority method, they're still on the fence a bit, what would you say to them? You could say to the camera.
1000%, I would highly, highly recommend it. It's literally changed the dynamic of my business. It's truly worth whatever the initial investment is, because if it's LA that we're speaking about, you'll make it back in one deal. Because the conversations are continuous. They're not stopping. I have to set up systems in order to manage all the business that's coming in. That is my biggest struggle right now, is managing the business. Yeah.
Well, we haven't even gotten to scaling, let's just say.
No.
One ad is doing all the job. We
Yeah.
haven't even literally gotten to like running continuous retargeting ads for Michelle,
Yeah,
right?
no.
We just launched the VA ad, and I know that you have already gotten a few messages.
Yes.
So literally this girl is crushing with just one ad.
We're
And
not even targeting refis yet.
Yeah,
Because refi
exactly.
market is coming back. We're not even targeting refis yet. So,
I'm proud of you.
thank you. I'm proud of us.
No, for sure.
I'm proud of us. No, I people that know me in my personal life know I don't give out compliments very often. But Sev, like, legit person. I'm so comfortable working with him. He's the magic behind everything. Truly, it works. It really does.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. This is definitely a long-term lead list that you've built, and it's gonna pay off. Some are gonna pay off now. Some are gonna be. There's a rule
Yes.
called 595, 95.5. I don't know if you know about it. 95.5 is a marketing rule where 5% of the people are ready to buy now. The other 95 are gonna be ready to buy later. Now, what happens with most businesses, they lose those 95%,
Of course.
right? Because it's a form or whatever, they don't follow up. Here, that 95% is following you now.
Right. They're
So,
watching your stories.
They're watching your
They're
stories.
watching your stories.
Yeah, they're connecting with you, and they're gonna start a conversation sooner or later.
Right. Right.
So,
Right.
thank you so much for doing this.
Of course.
Do you have any last words before we close out?
Pull the trigger.
Okay, perfect.
Save the money. Pull the trigger, because it's gonna come back.
Let's go.